Well, what's going on, fellow zombies? Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? I'm still trying to shake off the sleep. I have been trying to keep track of old gas bag, what he's been trying to do to us one way or another. And it's a pain in the ass. It literally is a pain in the ass. Uh, yeah, I came across a listing of how many countries are going to be nailed by our tariffs and how many other countries are going to be tariffing us. 1 second. I had to get my lungs checked out. So basically, Trump tried to do this 90% tariff thing. If I'm reading this list right, I found a bunch of news articles from different places. One's from the Southern California News. According to what they've posted, they have a 3-column basis here. Country. Second column was tariffs charged to the U.S. and then USA reciprocal tariffs. Now, it personally affects me a great deal. I got my clothing. I got my sweatpants. One thing I had to check was the damn sweatpants. No, what I did, I have to check these things out. That the things we buy are overseas. Hardly any of them are sold in the U.S. unless they're saying. Sweatpants. I wear sweatpants. I wear t-shirts. Sorry. And for a long while, I've bought sweatpants since 2023. Before that, unfortunately, I went through Wally World. I've got orders on, hang on a second, Amazon sweat. Back in May 21st, 2023, I ordered Fruit of the Looms. Back then, I paid with tax and shipping, $32.46. By themselves, $29.98. Now, this was back in May 21st of 2023. Okay. The recent pair of pants I bought was February 6th. Pricing at this stage for almost the same thing, but $39.72, and I'll be paying total is $42.75. And this was Fruit of the Loom men's Eversoft fleece elastic bottom with pockets. Relax to it. I mean, they're nice. Double X. I do have the hips. Prior to that, it was almost the same thing. Same type. Back in October 2nd, 2024, they were $57.48. Depending on the type of season, they either go up or go down. Just for one pair of sweatpants, $62.22. Back in April 2nd, 2024, the same type. Well, similar, but still double X. 43.35. I am going to put in sweatpants. Okay. Men's. Extra large. All right. Now, these days, they got a cheap ass range. Right now, I can get me, which I think I'll be getting me tomorrow. What the hell? Give me two of them. I want to get double X. That'll be costing me $14.18 through Amazon. I'm going to get those. I'm going to get those right now. There's going to be a couple of pair anyway, just in case. Yeah, I want a couple of pair. So it's going to be costing me in the pocketbook of, let's see, about 28. Actually, $30.72. For right now, for the cheapest they've got right now, they're olive. I'll deal with olive. I like dark blue, but I'll deal with olive. The thing is, what I didn't like about olive is I can see stains. Well, especially when you're sweating like crazy. But I have to get the ones I got that are maybe a different color, hopefully. See if I can switch them out. Not to black, but I like blue. Or charcoal's okay. Navy's fine. Or do I get washback black? I don't mind grays. I don't mind the things I'm getting right now, as it is. My mama is talking to me. Charcoal. What did I do charcoal? And it's still $15.50. So I will get that. Get two of them. Substitute with a couple of mouse clicks so I can get those. I like the colors. I like the darker colors. Especially when one sweats and one doesn't like to have the sweat stains. So at this point, I'm taking off the, or actually I'm going to put those if I can. If I can take these damn things off. I would take these damn things off. I would take these things. I'm paying $64.26 for the damn things. You know what? Details. I need details. I need details. And my dog is going crazy on me. She's telling me. She's yelling at me. She's being a pain in the ass. So $64. I'm going to get me 4 sweatpants. What today's economy right now, I am not going to argue about it. I'm just going to get the pants. They'll be coming in tomorrow. Now, t-shirts. Different story altogether. Colored packages t-shirts will be fine. Okay, t-shirts. Men. And I probably need about 4 or 5X. Actually, a 5X will be fine. 5XL. A pack of them will be nice. Not just a single one, but if I get a package of them. A 3-pack works. I can deal with the colors. I can also not deal with the things on there. But, let's see, 5X. Let me see what they're going to be costing me at this point. Okay, so 32, basically $33 for this one. I'm spending $100 on clothing right now through Amazon. But I need the 5X. I will get me the 5X. It's going to cost me, if I get it right now, right now, $35.71 for 3 t-shirts. Now, this is through Amazon. This is not through Wally World. I don't do Wally World. But I'm not in much of a hurry. It's going to be coming in Friday. Or just tomorrow. So what the hell? I had just put in $100 worth of clothing. $100 worth of clothing. Because of the tariff situation happening right now, I don't know how much these clothing are going to be down the road. Now, there's another thing I need to worry about. Shoes. Now, I've been trying to compare some of the shoes, and they're outrageous already. Now, what I used to get over at Walmart, even last year, I had saved a pair just in case I destroyed one pair already. It took me about a year and a half to do that. So when I got the pair over at Wally World, online. It was a size 13. Ozark Trailmen's lightweight hiking shoes. They're $34.98 right now. Right now. I saved from last month about enough money just to get clothing right now because I thought I would be needing it. I held on to shoes because I knew how much they were going to be. I don't know what they're going to be tomorrow. The stock prices are going down like crazy. The price is going to be hiking up because of the tariffs are going to be kicking in. If I don't get now, right now, for this damn thing, I am FUBAR. I'm FUBAR. I am felled over beyond all recognition. I'm going to use what I've got. Okay, cool. So I am spending about $45 for a new pair of shoes that I won't be using down the road. Not just yet, not until these damn things go off. I don't know what Trump's tariff orders are going to be. I don't know what the pricing is going to be for right now. I'm getting 3 fresh t-shirts. I'm getting 4 fresh sweatpants. I still got an army of, well, slightly, but I still got shorts to wear and I still got socks to wear. I'm comfortable and I'm protected. This is as much as superfluous shopping I could get. I had enough money when the Social Security came in last night, and the rent was automatically paid. Excuse me. Damn throat. But this is going to be the only thing I'm getting from Walmart is the shoes. They're from Vietnam. And that list I was trying to talk to you about, where the full tariff list has been publicized, there's a lot of countries from A to Z. Do you believe that Trump is going after islands that are tourist attractions, but there's no hospitality? There's no humans. But he's going to tariff an island. It's like the sea lions are going to be looking at Trump saying, "Are you out of your mind?" Apparently so. So these little islands out in the Antarctic, and not to mention in the South Pacific Seas, are going to be tariffed. Senile old fart. Okay, that listing I said again. Okay, one country, and there's one list that has countries. The other one has tariffs charged to the United States. The other one is USA reciprocal tariffs. Vietnam is making my shoes. Not the United States. Nike is made overseas, by the way. Vietnam has 90% to the United States. We got 46% to Vietnam, which means I'm going to be paying 46% sales tax on top of the order I've got. But this won't be effective until tomorrow. This will be effective April 5th. Today's the 3rd. Well, actually, maybe Saturday. While the 10% baseline will go effect in April 5th. The reciprocal will go April 9th. It doesn't matter. I'll be paying extra money on this one. If I don't get them now, which I already did, I'm already wasting about $150, nearly $200 within that range for 3 shirts, a new pair of shoes, and 4 sweatpants. 2 different companies doing the shipping. Now, most of the stuff I'll be getting Saturday. I got enough to last until that. I still got to get laundry done. But I want to make sure. The pants I've got right now are being worn, are shredded. So I have to continue to get new stuff. And new stuff costs. I'm on a fixed income. I have to budget everything I've got. I am dependent upon Social Security for the rent, to pay the electricity, to pay for food. For entertainment, for internet. They cost. Which gives me about only a certain amount of money that I have to budget for food. Now, keep this in mind. I think I talked about this, and I'll talk about it again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We had the COVID kicked in years back. We got dependent upon places like DoorDash, Grubhub, all these nice delivery places. We had DoorDash still out here in my town of Rosamond, California, the armpit of the Antelope Valley and Kern County. And they operate. They got good people. When you deal with them long enough, they get to know you, you get to know them. But during the COVID time, this is when we do the constant back and forth. Pizza deliveries, everybody masked up, and we get the groceries, and I got used to it. We have a shuttle service here that is run by the Kern County. Administered by a different company, but it's run. Kern's the ultimate authority, Kern's Transit Authority. So we get shuttle rides in between in the town. Got to schedule times for those, and you only have a certain block window that you can get your ride to and from. When you do your business, you only got about a couple hours to do it, so it's limited. We get one run, Monday through Saturday. That's about it. Sunday, forget it. We get express buses coming from communities, going through communities. We got one coming through Bakersfield, which is the 100. We rarely get any lines, but, they're limited. And mostly it's the 250, which is coming out of Mojave. In my earlier videos, I had tried to show people by their own, I tried to walk them through this, going through their map apps. Me, I do Google Maps. My dog is whining like crazy because she wants more attention. I know, Mama. She just wants the attention. Okay, so you notice I got the silly dog. I got my mama here. So, okay, so before, we're going to be utilizing Google Maps, okay? And for everybody else, just type it into the search engine. Rosamond, that's R-O-S-A, M as in Mary, O as in Nancy, D as in David. California. I'm sorry, California. Some people just call it Cali. No, it's California. But if you're going to talk about Southern California, say it's SoCal or NorCal. But SoCal's fine with me. So in this town, it automatically goes for the default of my home. Well, that's what happens when I make sure it's defaulted to my home. And I widen this shut and I see the wedge. I see the mountain ranges, which are the fault lines that we have. And Dre's down below and Gorlick on the top. So, this is what we got. Enough with the thumping. You're thump happy. Anyway, what I was about to say. This is the town I live in. This is the area that's being affected. Excuse me. I got an irritating asshole outside. It's break for some people. track what the hell I was trying to talk about. Concerning about my hometown of Roseman, California, about the transportation systems that we have over here. So basically, we got the Route 250 coming from Mojave. They go through Rosemont, and then they go into Lancaster where they do the drop-offs. Nobody ever touches Palmdale, but they do the drop-offs in Lancaster. The Route 100 that we get in an infrequent visit, usually Monday through Friday, Saturdays forget it. They come from Bakersfield, California, which is in Central Valley, the lower portion of it, which is still part of the Kern County area. So they would go through Tehachapi, mountainous community, and then they would hit Mojave, and then they would hit Roseman. Now Mojave is above Roseman. Yeah. Spaceport and transportation hub. So when we're talking about my town in itself, let me get you to narrow the scope down. Do me one favor. Keep Edwards Air Force Base on your far right. And you'll see that there's also a Roseman dry lake bed. You can keep that on the far right too. Just put that on the edge a little bit on the far right and see the extent westward concerning about how far Roseman goes. We stretch from Avenue A all the way up until Willow Springs or a little bit further than that above. But you see a lot of solar panels. A lot of companies out there trying to capitalize on the free solar energy here in the past 4 years. We turned out to be littered with panels all over the damn place. We have windmills in the mountains, in the hills. Okay, so you've got that and kind of narrow the shot. But you see how far spread our town is. Some communities are mingled together and others are just scattered about. But this is my desert community out here. Imagine having it Monday through Saturday, one lone truck going all throughout the damn streets. Of course, you have to be on an appointment basis. Screw up the appointment and you're going to be screwed for a few days for transportation. It is during the COVID time that we had to depend upon these guys for food. We had restaurants, did deliveries, did takeouts only. Prior to COVID, chairs, tables, inside dining. And the store you'd be able to walk into without having any lines or barriers or anything else like that. But we still have the DoorDash because we still have community members out there who don't get out as much, either like me. And I've become accustomed to it more and more. Besides, 2.5 mile walk to the nearest store. I live on the far east edge of town, and the store is on the other side of the 14 freeway. It's still about 1.5 miles or almost 2 miles just to get to the grocery store. Now to get to a mini mart, all I gotta do is 700 miles. Actually, 700 yards. Not miles, 700 yards. And I'll get whatever stuff I can try getting over there. Mostly it's a liquor store, but they do have some groceries. Milk, bread, cheese, fruit juices, canned foods, cereals. Not much on the meat quality because they don't have the fresh meat over there. They would have canned meat. They would also have frozen dinners or frozen meals. That's about it. Lousy way to live on. That's why I have to do the grocery shopping. That's why when I do the delivery services. And I have a set list of what I get. I'll modify it from so often, but they know my order, and especially when they say our names. So they know who they are. I know who they are. Not a great life, but it's survival. The tariffs haven't hit yet. But here's the thing: the food prices will be jumping up even worse. It's bad enough we already had the bird flu causing havoc with the eggs. And of course, people are saying, no, it's the egg corporations out there, it's the egg companies out there, it's this, it's that. Yeah, well, maybe, but other economic factors happen. So if there is a biological nature trying to take out the damn birds, egg productions are stalled, higher prices for them, so we have to pay for those. I'm waiting for some of the other groceries that we depend upon. If we haven't depended upon America's breadbasket or citrus areas to give us our food, we got dairy. We're not going to worry about the dairy just yet. We're not going to be worrying about the fluctuation of meat prices just yet. Unless, of course, you're talking about chicken. I mean, if we're talking about beef, then we got beef. We got pork. Fish, it's going to be a different story altogether. I don't know about that one. But these tariffs are going to be affecting us one way or another because we depend upon outside countries for the stuff we rely on. And yes, the thought was if we can get American companies going again. The problem is with American companies, and it's taken me this long to talk about it, everyone else is getting into it. I just wanted to show you and set you up what I have to deal with here. I deal with textiles. I deal with shoe places that we haven't had production out here as much, or if any, or let alone shirt productions out there, let alone sweatpants that we can actually afford because they're overseas. Or if we're lucky enough, maybe they are made here in the United States that we don't have to worry about. So maybe the prices are low enough for that, and I should not be worried about it, but I still am. I'm worried about these dumbass tariffs because they do a trade war. Now, people keep forgetting history. And every time we got into these kind of weird-ass economic things where the rich want to get more and more rich and everyone else gets poorer and poorer, we always get ourselves into a recession or a depression. We had one great one back in the 30s. It took out a hell of a lot of jobs, took out our breadbasket, and a lot of homelessness situations, not to mention people cramming in different places, going for soup kitchens and stuff. Then you had crime going on. You had bank robberies. You had gangs setting up territories left and right. One thing after another after another. And the crimes were there. We're just increasing their presence as we're getting it these days. We didn't nationalize anything. We didn't have mass communication enough to nationalize or coordinate anything. These days we do. But we also didn't have a billionaire going through our government program, slashing and cutting up programs. No, we had markets crashing. We had worldwide markets crashing back in the 30s. And then World War II came up. It came up. Yeah, like it's a big event. Yeah, a big event. Costed millions of lives. Devastated landscapes. We were fortunate enough in our country, the United States of America, that it didn't hit the homeland with devastation regarding our artillery. We didn't have that. We had ships that got torpedoed, sunk. We had a base that we put up on an island in the middle of the Pacific for our own strategic reasons. But it was an island nation. It was also owned by, not owned, but it was populated by the native Hawaiians and any other race that was living on there in the first place. I think they had like King Kamehameha on that one. I got to research the history of Hawaii on that one. But we used it as a military base. We tried to do in cooperation and peaceful cooperation with the Hawaiians on that one. At least they were cooperative enough. And we also have Japanese population in there too. Did we really? We really had an issue back then because we had an emperor in Japan who just became as crazy as Donald Trump and any other tyrant out there in the first place. Depending on your point of view on how you're looking at history. I'm not saying it's the absolute. The thing that people keep forgetting about history, it's not just written by the victors, it's also written by the observers and people who have gone through the damn shit in the first place. People keep forgetting about this damn perspective, I swear to God. And they claim, I don't know what they claim anymore. I'm just lost it on that one. Let me do another video on this shit.